Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are still in Elpis, still with Venat, and now we want to look into Meteion and Hermes further, I think. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Meteor. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives this research of his. Galeen said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stand at that same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? Now, if we're conducting some mystery research, where would I go? That isle over there in the mist? Ah, but about that one? Have you the means to fly? It is quite a distance away. Not yet. Ah, inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Desiree here over to that island? Stubborn creature. There's no place on this great star we have not together traveled, and still he remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What? You've ridden him before? Your before, meaning my after. Not at all confusing, that. Interesting. It is certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of a here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. And besides, I might even teach you a thing or two into the bargain. You seem doubtful, but useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember. A memory of a distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? Choose your battlefield. I admire your confidence. Clear your might and prepare your weapons. I will await you at the clearing over yonder. Alright. A solo duty against Venat. Shall we begin? Be warned, I will not go easy on you. Prove your strength to Venat.
Let neither side hold back.
She starts as a paladin.
My blade sings!
Ah,
My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
class switch, dancer.
No quarter. Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Okay, she's a white mage.
Prepare yourself. Very well. Let us move to the final trial. Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will!
Is that a Final Fantasy 15 reference?
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
"'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you." "One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys."
I proved worthy.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the Metea made their departure into the night sky. With luck we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion, and we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us, rather than against us. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. Look at the current. Climb over Argos' back and we can be off. You know, I honestly cannot remember the last time he carried anyone but me. Argos motions to his back with his muscle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. Now, what is the name of that tree? Noah something? Ah, Notophoreon. Quite a striking specimen, is it not? Brace yourself for landing. I wouldn't want you to tumble off at the last moment.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Kind of.
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all, and I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place, not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Now, Endwalker is full of Final Fantasy IV references, and in Meteion, I kind of recognized the mysterious girl from Final Fantasy IV The After Years. Which is bad, because she was a major antagonist there. But also, maybe kinda good, because we save one of her? And at least the others help us in the end? Anyway, Hermes. Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet...
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
There are any number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. But we could do worse than look in Kitti's Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Etoselectikos Boreas, the Northern Isle. I wonder, Desiree, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined for release into the world, did you not question how I find room for them all on so few islands? The answer lies within Kitti's itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Elpis' observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the Neos north of Point Oikos. This appears to be the teleporter Venat told you about. Motes of light yet hang in the air, suggesting that the device was but recently activated. I thought we need authorization for these things. Ah good, the Neos acknowledged you as my guest. You should have the authority to use it as you wish. Ah, It's too intelligent to be stupid. Okay. As a way to Thesis Hyperborea, we follow this path, then turn left to the crossroads. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility, as we just discovered. Furthermore, we have confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as his creation of Meteon, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so says the illustrious Emetzelk. According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial occurrence and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Ifrodeo's sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of such a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of a catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Vandanian, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth and would have known that Vandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end, of that I'm certain. It seems there's more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. This time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for your understanding. Save your thanks, I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emetzelk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. Do not approach me, do not speak to me, and do not dare presume to treat me as a friend. I'm merely carrying out my duty. How lovely. Our married duo has become a quartet. Past disagreements are no reason to reject collaboration in the here and now. I commend Emetzelk for his practicality. Okay, but I think I end this episode here, and next time we continue right here with our quartet. Until then, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.